Hi Year 9, my name is Miss Pickles and I'm here to talk to you all about Geography GCSE and hopefully help you figure out whether you think it's the right option for you. At GCSE, Geography is split into 3 different sections. Section 1 is all about physical topics, so we look at topics such as rivers and coasts, earthquakes, volcanoes and the living world, where we look at a range of ecosystems like rainforests and tundra. Elements of these topics you will have done lower down in school, but otherwise everything is new or covered in a lot more detail. Section 2 is all about human topics, so completely different locations. We look at places like Mumbai and Nigeria as an emerging economy. We also look at development. Then Section 3 is completely different to both the physical and the human sections. In Section 3, it's more testing your skills, your ability to make decisions, and it also touches upon fieldwork. Now, fieldwork is one of the most exciting parts of the topic. Everybody that does geography at GCSE will get to go on 2 local fieldwork outings. One being to the River Wharf in Ilkley, where you'll carry out a rivers investigation, and the other being to Leeds, where we look at the changing characteristics of the city and how this impacts on people's quality of life. Now, apart from the skills that you will develop in geography, it's also a brilliant subject because it opens so many doors in terms of the jobs that you can go into, the desirability if you decide you want to go to university. People love a geographer, not for the content necessarily, but those skills that you will develop over the course. At GCSE, geography is a popular subject. We have over 150 students opting for it this year in year 10. And as well as our uptake, we're also really proud of our results.
Hi, I'm Miss Briley and I'm the Head of History at the Calder Learning Trust. You will all be really familiar with history at Calder as you have studied it for the past 3 years, but I wanted to make this video to tell you all about GCSE history. History at Calder at GCSE is a very popular option. We always have a large uptake and our results are something that me, the school, our students are really, really proud of. But what will you study? We study 5 different topics. The first topic that you study in year 10 is crime and punishment, and we start looking at crime from around about the year 1000 right up to the present day, and we investigate crimes that happened in certain periods, how history has an influence on punishment, and how our punishment system has developed to the one that we have today. The second topic that you'll study is the Viking period and the expansion of the Vikings across Europe. We'll investigate the Vikings in their homeland of Scandinavia, their raids across Europe, how they developed a wide trading network, but also how they even discovered America. Another of our topics is the Elizabethan period, and we study the later Elizabethan period, and we look at how Elizabeth controlled the country, but also how Elizabeth dealt with the Catholic plots against her. For the social historians, we also look at what it was like to be an average person living in Elizabethan England. Our next topic that we do is life in Nazi Germany, and in this topic we look at what it was like to live in Nazi Germany, what the impact of Nazi policies were on things like education, youth, and even the impact on the Jewish population of Europe. Our final topic is a site study, and this site study we focus on Skipton Castle, and we look at the history of Skipton Castle from when and why it was created in the Norman period right up to its current use as a tourist attraction, and hopefully we'll be able to get the chance to go on a visit there again in your GCSE year. I know Mrs. Clough is especially looking forward to it. She always tells me that it's her favourite day of the year when she gets to sit there on the grass in the sun with an ice cream at lunchtime, and we always have a great time, so hopefully we'll be able to do that again this time. People often ask, what about other trips? Well, in the past we have taken GCSE students to Berlin to look at the history of Nazi Germany at the source, at the capital of Germany, and we hope to be able to do this again. Or possibly we hope to be able to even finally plan the trip to Auschwitz in Poland. How is history examined? So history hasn't changed in the way that it's examined. It's all an exam-based subject, and it is 3 exams at the end of Year 11. Now don't worry about these, okay? We make sure that you're more than prepared for these 3 exams. We get you into the habit of revising from Year 10, and we've secretly been preparing you for your GCSEs since Year 7, and many of the question structures that you'll see on the GCSE you'll have been used to because we've practiced them before. So why pick history? If you enjoy the subject, pick it. It's a long 2 years to end up doing something that you thought you should have done, but you don't really enjoy. Okay, if you enjoy the subject, pick it. If you want to do A-level history, pick GCSE history. There's very few colleges that will accept you onto an A-level course without doing the GCSE, unless obviously it's an A-level where the GCSE does not exist. But if you're not really sure what you want to do, pick history. History is well respected by colleges, by universities, and it teaches you skills such as being able to argue, being able to justify your own opinion, and also to think critically. Or if you even fancy a career in the law or working with the police, history gives you a very good base for this, because a lot of the skills used in these career paths are taught through GCSE history, such as using evidence, again being able to construct an argument. If you would like to know more about History GCSE, please feel free to email me using the Parent Inquiry email, or have a chat with your history teacher, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Hello, my name is Mr. Powers. I teach RS at Calder High School. The current GCSE RS course which we offer has been taught very successfully at our school for a number of years. In each and every year of the course, we've achieved grades well above the national average, something we're very proud of. In terms of the content of the course, in Year 10 we focus primarily on the great religions of Christianity and Islam. You will have already studied those religions to a degree at Key Stage 3, but we go into much more depth and detail at Key Stage 4. But you've already laid some very important groundwork for GCSE success. In terms of Year 11, we have a thematic approach to RS. We study 4 different themes. They are relationships and families, religion and life, crime and punishment, and peace and conflict. Within those 4 themes, we look at a range of exciting moral and ethical issues. For example, nuclear weapons, terrorism, abortion, euthanasia, same-sex parenting, all manner of different ethical issues. And with none of them do we try and tell you what you should think, but through the course we hope we develop your ability to think for yourself. We look at all of these issues from different religious points of view, non-religious points of view, but ultimately it's about your opinion. That's what we want you to bring into the course. The course is assessed by 2 1 hour and 45 minute exams. There's no coursework, it's just all down to those 2 exams at the end of Year 11. As I said, it's a very successful course. It's a very enjoyable course to teach. It's a very enjoyable course for students to participate in. I hope that you will join me for next year's RS GCSE course. I look forward to seeing you then. Take care. Bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Franklin and I teach GCSE Sociology. GCSE Sociology is a new subject that you'll have the opportunity to take at Key Stage 4. The course has grown in popularity since we introduced it 2 years ago at Calder High School. So what is sociology? It's essentially the study of human society. It looks at patterns, trends, relationships, social interactions and culture in everyday life. In other words, it's an analysis of how we live together in the modern society. As part of this course, we cover a wide range of issues, processes, structures and theories, all of which are embedded into the topics that you'll study. The topics that you study are families and households, education, social stratification, crime and deviance, and of course research methods. During lessons, we have lots of discussions and debates about the issues raised. Sociologists themselves can't agree on the answers to some of the big issues, so we consider various viewpoints of the different arguments. GCSE Sociology is 100% exam based. There's no coursework, and you'll sit 2 papers at the end of year 11 lasting an hour and 45 minutes each. But don't worry about these yet, we do lots of preparation and lessons for them. If you're wondering whether or not GCSE Sociology is the course for you, then ask yourself the following questions. Are you interested in looking at the reasons why society is the way it is? Are you interested in looking at how the experience of people in society differs for different people within it? Do you like considering different viewpoints of the same thing? Do you enjoy arguing a point? And are you interested in looking at the different ways society is studied? If you answered yes to those questions, then sociology is the course for you. If you have any questions, feel free to get in contact or speak to our current year 10 and 11 students to see what they have to say about it.